Hey, welcome back to the channel. It is January 16th. Winter is here. Actually, next week I think they're calling for the mid-30s and possible rain, so that'll make a mess. But right now, it's a whopping 11 degrees. So I think what I'm gonna do, I got another ball game to go to tonight. It's been kind of cold, but I want to get this fixed properly. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fire this up and get it sitting inside. I probably won't be able to do a whole lot tonight, but I'm gonna do as much as I can. But like I said, I got a ball game to go to tonight, so let's we'll fire this one up. Beautiful day. Oil looks black, not too black, not like diesel black, but she's good. A little thick. Whew. Oh yeah. Yeah, she's cold. Yeah. Give her a little choke. This one, I know the starter still needs work. I got to do that yet. It's on my list to check. It still works. Up a little bit. Oh, I forgot the stuff in the house. I'll be right back. Okay, back in the shop here. I'm gonna bring that in here, probably back it in. I probably should sweep up some of this garbage real quick and get that in here. Boy, it's really not all that cold in here. I'm out of the wind, but yeah, I can still see my breath. But anyways, while that's warming up, Mike Tespin, I bought a this is a energy cell puller for the Lenovo style diesel systems, which that's what most of the Molines are. I've got a different set of these are injector sealing washers. I may have put the wrong ones on my injectors when I put them back in, and talking to some other Moline people that these are the correct ones, so that would hinder some things too. So I want to do it, make sure it's done right, so we're going to put them in too. It's supposed to warm up, like I said, next week into the mid-30s, so that'll make a little bit easier working on stuff. My injection pump's not back yet anyways. It just got there, I think, sometime on Friday, and today is Tuesday, so I don't know if they've got to it yet or not, but so hopefully I can get it by next week, then that'll be a good thing. So all right. Oh, let's see. This is the O-ring on that pump shaft for the 950, and a new gasket that's got to go on that 950 as well. So yeah, lots to do. Just kind of waiting on the weather, but so I'm gonna work on that M670. I think what I'm gonna do, I bought some 5/8 bolts. I'm gonna cut them and then just put a little tape around them and weld them back in there, so it looks original at least. But so yeah, stand by for that. I'm just gonna sweep this up a little bit in here and get ready and bring that tractor in, then I'll bring you back. Yeah, she's cold. I had it sitting out the last couple nights. The clutch, I push it in, and it didn't want to go back up all the way. It's frozen on that shaft. I don't know if I got some moisture on that cross shaft, because that's the same shaft as the brakes are on. Whew. I was having a little bit of trouble there getting in here, so but we made it. For those who don't know, this has a 336 cubic inch motor in it, gasoline. Pretty much all the same parts for LP and gasoline. You know, they're both spark ignition machines. I don't know why my air compressor's on. Must have an air leak somewhere. Yeah, both valves are off, but it's cold out. Things shrink, which we know, so that could cause a leak too. So all right, I think my best bet is to probably support the front end up with something, and then I can take them bolts out. I think what I'm gonna do, you can see there's only welded really on like one side of that hole. I don't know if this is steel or if this is cast. That's something I need to think about too. Something tells me they're cast. This is steel, but I bet this is cast iron, but I could be wrong. Anyways, if I should, well, I know what I was gonna do, but maybe, I don't know, the easiest might be just to, I gotta drill that out a little bit, put new bolts in there, and just put lock washers and nuts on there. Won't be original, but it might be better than what it was before. Yeah, something to think about, I guess. Because if I do that, I really don't have to jack it up. I just gotta drill this hole out here a little bit, get that out of there. But I'm not a metallurgist, but I don't know if that's steel or cast. Now we're gonna find out one way or another. So, all right, well, let's get ready. I'll find my floor jack. There's one right there. I wonder if I should put a saw. I could put one of them big sawhorses I have underneath there. Let's try that. Okay, there we go. Got it jacked up in the air. I think I've said it before, but I bought 2 pairs of these sawhorses. The other set are a little bit shorter. Many years ago, I paid like $5 total for all 4 of them. And I tell you what, I've used the heck out of these things. They're made out of red oak, bolted together, but they're old. But man, I've had G1000s on these, 900s, and smaller tractors too, of course. I'm trying to think if I had anything even heavier yet on these tractors. You know, like I split them, you know, and had these one half sitting on these. So I'm gonna spray some Freon on here. Probably don't need it, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Put it in there too. Hopefully this stuff is not like water-based or something, and we know it's not too froze up because what happened earlier. So I didn't even look to see it. It's an 1 1/8. That's a miracle and a half. I had the correct socket on the ratchet. So here's my 5/8 bolt. So either I'm gonna stick them all the way through, put a lock nut or lock washer and nut on one side. That will probably work, but it won't look original, which I know I'm getting maybe a little bit petty on that. But I also thought about, I'll cut the threads off of here, then cut this in half, cut the head off here, and weld that back in there on each side. This is a grade 5 bolt. I would think, you know, being 5/8 thick, it could take a lot of abuse. I don't know, man. I know what the easiest way is, but sometimes the easiest way is not always the best. But maybe I'm overthinking it. But you know what? I want it to look original, so I think what I'll do, I'll cut these bolts up, weld them in there. But what I'm gonna do is I want to take that clamp off, drill from which will be the inside back out to make that hole the size it needs to be. Get that chunk of weld out of there or whatever that is. Then weld them back in. I may, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Final decision. So I gotta grab another wrench. This one here will work. Don't have a whole lot of extra time, but I think you can see from there. We were fortunate enough, we never lost power, but there's a lot of people around though that I think everybody's back online, I hope. Man, you see that thing spread right out? Whew. Here, let's we'll loosen the other one up too, real quick. Geez, that one I want to call that loose. There was part of the problem. So check your nuts on your front axles, I guess. But I didn't feel it wiggling or anything. I don't. This is coming out way too easy. All right, let's put that all back together. I think tomorrow when I work on this, we will probably fire up that heater. Here. All right, let me grab a hammer. Yeah, it's been so cold, I haven't been doing much out here. All right. Okay, yeah, that's gonna come right off nicely. Okay, temporary bolt. All right. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, that one's in there pretty good. I better put this back on. Give her a couple taps. Okay. Ooh. Yeah. Well. All right. I think we can reuse that one too. Okay. All right. Let's go back over to the work area station here. So I just want to double check that my bolts. See, that's what I was wondering. Yeah, they do fit in there. It's just hitting a little bit on where that weld. Yeah, it hits that weld. So I think take a drill bit. Geez, it wouldn't take much. Probably even just a punch would take that out. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, if I had that tube off, maybe we could see them. They're probably inside, I would think. But yeah, I'm gonna leave them in there. Not gonna work at that. So that's what I think we'll do. I'm gonna drill these out just that little bit. I probably could knock it out because I'm gonna weld them back in anyways. It just looks like they were only welded on one side. It was just kind of like a tack weld holding those in. So I don't know if they're all like that or not. I guess I've never had to look at them before. So let's look at I've got a couple in here. Just hit that axle. That felt great. All right, let's got too much stuff on here already. See, well, somebody's there replace those. If you can see them, that's got a machine bolt in it. Oop. Same as this side. Somebody's put a machine bolt in there. Let's look at the 900 diesel here. No, this one has the original pins, but this is the HD. This has got an 8-bolt front end on this. It has two bolts on top of it for the clamp. So there's a big difference. Oh, and I mentioned before in a previous video that this front end on this M670 was the heavy duty axle, and the difference is what I said before. You know, the holes are in front and back instead of up and at the top and bottom, and the thickness of the axle. I can't remember off the top of my head if it's a 1/16 difference or a 1/8 difference. It's not a lot, but you know how it is with steel. 1/8 of an inch and a chunk of steel makes a big difference. So I don't know. I don't know if I think the spindles and everything are the same length. Don't quote me on that. I just know about that axles. I was reading up on it, or I was looking for something else, and I stumbled upon that. You know, it does pay to have a repair manual for these. I like the original ones. You can get those from Floyd County. You can get them on eBay. I think even Amazon has them on there too. You know, and I wouldn't, you know, I prefer the original copy, but for the information wise, you know, a reproduction of the same stuff is just as good. So I would, you know, they're like $10, you know, and you can spend up to, well, I should say they're not $10, but you can get them on eBay for 10 to $50, you know, or maybe a little bit more. Depends on which model it is, also. So, but yeah, they're definitely worth having. I would get it if you own any kind of tractor. I don't care what it is. For the Molines, I like a repair manual and the owner's manual. There's different information in both of those. Is that oil? Just something I'm seeing here. Or if I just wonder if it's oil, if it's snow. Looks like that hose is going to need replaced before too long. Luckily, it's right there and right there. And there's a swivel on each end. Nice. So, okay. There's only going to be one swivel, though, when I put it back on, because them things cost so doggone much. I got, that reminds me, my local Auto Value is where I get my hoses made, and they're making that hose that goes on the 950 that goes from the fuel filter housing to the fuel pump. It is what it is. The problem is I need one, possibly two more that I know of, but in the near future. So, okay, all right. Down the rabbit hole we were. So, all right. Well, I think I better get ready for that ball game. So, when I bring you back, it'll be the next day, and might be a tad warmer. I doubt it. But. Okay, just figured out something. These are cast iron. See them sparklies in there? Okay. That's interesting. So, all right, just so you know. Okay, it's the next day. Still kind of cold out. Actually, they had a wind chill advisory out today. The kids didn't have school because it's so cold. Not that the roads are impassable or anything. I don't remember what the rule is or law, or if there even is one, about the wind chill. Something to do with, you know, the kids sitting out for the school bus, this and that. So it is what it is. We got snow days to use up probably anyways. So I know it's inconvenience to some people, but that's the way it is. So, all right. So I've already got these welded in there. Yeah, I think that'll work just fine. So we'll, I gotta go get Nicholas from ball practice here pretty soon. But let's see if I can make them work. Oh, I was gonna clean that up first. And you guys are supposed to remind me of that too. Nobody did. All right, let me grab my gasket scraper, I think. Guess that's not as bad as I thought it was. I don't know if that's I'm not sure what that is, but it's coming off. All right, well, hopefully I can hear back soon on my injection pump from the boys down to Area Diesel. soon. It's okay it's not here because it's kind of cold out. Working on diesels, you know, trying to get the air back out. That's going to be interesting. It's supposed to be up in the 40s. They're talking next week, so. All right, my holes lined up. No. Okay. No. I might have to. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Yeah, it's gotta go that way. Maybe I can. Was that enough? Maybe. The hole started. I don't know. Maybe I didn't round them off enough there. Oh, she started. Let me grab one of them hammer things. That's closer. Kind of looks like it's got to go in a little bit. Hitting on that one side there. There we go. Just a few love taps. Wonderful. I don't know if I had some yellow paint. Let's see. Okay. I could paint those. This tractor here has such nice original paint for the most part. On 99% of it, we're not painting this one either. Not this one either. Okay. Now we'll do some tightening up. Yeah, that's what's the matter, Ginger? I brought you in here so you wouldn't be outside so much all by yourself. You know what? I probably should have tightened them more equally than that, because I could bet. Yeah, let me loosen the bottom up a little bit. What's the matter, Ginger? Oh. Okay. Let's tighten this. Now we'll take the bottom back up. Okay, pretty close. Same thread showing. Okay. All right. We got that done, Ginger. Let's see what time it is. Okay, well, that was a whole lot quicker fix than I thought it was going to be. It's need to plug in my heater if I have to spend too much more time out here. Oh, that's what I should have done too. I was gonna get that hose, because that hose is probably gonna blow on an inopportune time. I don't know if you can see how wet that is, but I think we're starting to leak there. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I'll get that hose taken off, and we'll get a new one for that. Then I'll have to get all the air out of this system, but that's all right. All right, Ginger, we can go outside. So, all right, well, on that note, I don't know how interesting the video this was, but it's been so cold. You know, you can see my breath in here. I could turn the salamander on, but then you wouldn't be able to hear me. Them things are so loud, but we'll keep trudging along. I'm gonna get that hose. I'll come back. I go get Nichols from practice. I'll get that hose off so we can get a new one started. What else still got to do? Oh, it's all kinds of stuff to do, I guess. But all right, well, I appreciate everybody watching. We went over 2,300 subscribers today, so that's a miracle that you people are, you know, enjoy watching me working on my tractors and me babbling. So hey, appreciate everybody watching. We'll see you in the next one.